Hello dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Our today's topic is how does computer store data in memory. Okay, so we are going to discuss about integers, unsigned integers, their ranges, what is data type and what is memory of computer. So first of all, you must have heard that 64-bit machine, 32-bit machine, 16-bit machine. What does that mean? What do you mean by 64-bit machine? Have you wondered that? So basically, when we say that the computer is a 64-bit, means the data transfer or interactions of data are of 16 bits. Alright, data flow inside the processor is of 16 bits or 64 bits according to the machine. For 64-bit machine, data flow is of 64-bit. Okay, and what decides that word length? We call it as a word length of your computer. What decides word length of your computer? Size of registers decides word length of your computer. What are registers? Registers are useful for holding data. For memory, whenever a computation is performed by arithmetic logic unit of a processor, it is performed on data. So registers are used to hold that data during arithmetic and logical computations. And if register is of 16-bit, we say the machine is 16-bit. If register is of 64-bit, we say that register is of 64-bit. We say that word length of the computer is 64-bit. Okay? Clear? So most of the computers in the recent years are of 64-bit. In the recent past, that is in 2000s, the 32-bit machines were also there, and in the late 1980s 16-bit machines were used. So nowadays most of the computers or machines are of 64-bit word length. So basically, word length of computer is means how much data bits are transferred by your buses which are inside the processor, and it is nothing but a word length of your computer is the size of your register which holds the data during arithmetic and logical operations. Okay. Now, next, this is a range for unsigned integer. What do you mean by unsigned integer? What is the data type? Sorry. Data type decides which type of data and what set of values you want to store in the variable which is being declared by you. I have explained how to declare variable and detail about data type in my previous videos. You are requested to watch it. So basically, unsigned int is a keyword. Alright, if a data type is of unsigned integer, means only positive integers. Okay, negative integers are not allowed in unsigned int. Only positive integers are allowed. When I say unsigned int A, I'll write here. Okay, when I say unsigned int A, means what? A is a name of variable, unsigned int is a data type of that variable. And when you say unsigned int, means in A you can store only positive integers in the range 0 to 6 lakh 5535. Only in this range you can store the positive integers. Okay, now why this is a range? We are considering 16-bit machine in this lecture. So for 16-bit machine, size of register is of 16-bit. Alright, so according to that size of register, we are deciding range of values which you can store in this variable A. Because 2 raised to 16 is 6,05,535. Okay, so basically you can store values from 0 to 6,05,535 in the unsigned int A. In A you can store this range of values. You can see 0 is represented by 16 zeros and this number is represented by 16 zeros. Why? Because when you store decimal value in a particular variable, computer doesn't just allocate a decimal number, doesn't store that decimal number directly in the memory location. First, it converts it into the ones and zeros binary format. Decimal is converted into a binary number, and that binary number which represents the decimal number which is to be stored, that binary number is stored in your register. Decimal numbers are not directly stored in the registers. Okay, clear? So basically, unsigned int is a data type which stores the values between 0 to 2 raised to 16, that is 6,05,535. Okay, alright. So only positive integers are being stored. And now this Can you see the circular part? This is the cyclic representation of your unsigned int. Alright? Means first it starts from 0 and as I said it ends to 65535. So quarter is 16384, half part is 32768 and 3 quarters are 49152. So in this way it is divided into 4 quarters for better understanding. And as you move from 0 to this number in a clockwise direction, whenever you move in the clockwise direction, we consider positive numbers, and if you want to move in the anti-clockwise direction, then negative numbers are being considered. That is counterclockwise direction. Okay. So this was about the unsigned int and data types. So if you want to store integer type variable number in the variable a, but you want that it can be anything, it can be negative number also, it can be positive number also, you want to store both types of numbers. So for that you use a keyword int for storing integer numbers in a variable. For integer data type we have keyword int. For example, int a equal to 7. Now this int equal to 7 is valid. Why it is valid? Because it is between the range minus 3,02,768 to 3,02,767. This is a range for integer numbers. It includes both signed as well as unsigned, negative numbers as well as positive numbers, and the 7 is within that range. That's why this is correct. It will give you your correct answer. It's a valid statement. But in case, now you can see this is a cyclic representation. This right side circle, this is a cyclic representation of your data type integer. Means what? See here you can see positive integer is from range of a positive integers which you can store in your integer data type is 0 to 3,02,767, and for negative integers -1 to -3,02,768. So these are the range for negative as well as positive numbers. Now if you store a number in a which is, say, a is equal to 32769. Now 32769 is a positive number and it is not fitting within this range. So what will happen if you do this? If you do this, it will move till here, then it will go more ahead. It will enter this circle, which is semicircle, which is on the other side, left hand side semicircle. First of all, this number it will encounter, first number, then second number will be 32767. So you can see if you add 2 here, it will get this number, right? So if you add 2 here, in this case, in this circle, if you add from clockwise direction 2, what will you get? -32767, which is wrong answer. So it will store negative value. Okay, it will store negative value, but you have allocated positive values. Why it is storing negative value? Because it is not fitting within the range. Same is true for negative also. Now one more thing, how do we detect that a binary representation of number, whether it is for a positive representation or negative representation, whether its number is negative or positive, binary number, how do you understand that? You can see here first digit is 0. When first digit is a 0 and other digits are represent absolute value of number, means that number is positive. Now these ones represent absolute value, which is 3,02,767. And this 0 represents that this is a positive value. Now again here, if the starting bit is 1, okay, this starting bit indicates negation. You can see negative here. This one indicates negation. Okay, and the remaining bits indicate absolute value of number, which is 3,02,768. So if your starting bit is 0, number is a positive. If your starting bit is 1, number is negative. So in this way, you can detect number is a positive or negative. Binary representation of a particular number also, you can detect whether that number is a positive or negative. Okay, so I think this range of unsigned integer and range of a signed integer is clear to you. Okay, if you have any doubts in this, you can ask me in the comment section below. I hope you have understood this lecture. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.